wanted to make first contact, right? No, that wasn't first contact. That was just my dad being a douchebag. Oh, I just want this stuff down off the internet. This stuff down off the internet. That's all he cared about. He didn't care about what I was going on in Hood River or the Dalles. Didn't care about anything else. No, what did he want to do? Tell me what to think and what to feel, and try to bribe me with $200. Like if he tried to bribe me with $200, that I was going to take down evidence of his stupidity and wrongdoing. No. Not going to happen. You had your chance to be a dad. You messed it up. Bad. He wanted to die, but I just wanted to hurt him. Really? Really? I don't see any threats against his body or person. I don't see any threats against his life. Not in any of our messages. My dad's a coward. He thought he could establish power, control, and dominion over me, and it didn't work. Then he wanted to initiate contact by trying to bribe me into taking stuff down off the internet. No, dude. Not gonna happen. You are completely flippin' insane, dude. After what he did, and then he wants to play let's make a deal, over $200. $200. Him being a piece of shit cost me a lot more than $200. See, there's the help that I needed and the help that my dad wanted to shove on me. There's the help that he promised, and then there's the let's make a deal. Redoing the deal as soon as he's got power and control. Homie, don't play that. The guy's an idiot. And then, of course, when he's not capable of being an honest person, wants to have it not recorded for the first 30 minutes. No! That's not going to happen. See, he wants to play let's make a deal. We're going to do it Brian's way or no way at all. Meanwhile, I had much bigger fish to fry than wasting my time waiting on David Schwartz to not be a piece of shit. See, my dad wanted to use his time in prison as his excuse to do nothing, as his excuse to talk over me, as his excuse for a lot of different stuff. Well, Brian David Schwartz, if you're going to use that as your excuse, well, I'm coming forward with that as your excuse. If your excuse is different now, why did it change? Why wouldn't you look at evidence back then? Why wouldn't you listen to me back then? Why do you turn everything into an argument? Why does everything have to be about you, Brian David Schwartz? When I was up there in 2018, my dad did everything that he could to hinder my ability to get the help that I needed, just like Shannon Alvarado did. There's what's effective, and then there's your let's make a deal. Well, you didn't keep your end of the deal. What gives? Why do you think after breaking your end of the bargain that I am somehow required to give you what you want anyway? No, not gonna happen. Those of you who wanted to keep your sins a secret by ignoring the hell that I've had to live through, well, you know what? You thought you were going to keep your secrets safe at my expense and at the expense of my friends and family. I did the right thing because it's the right thing to do, and I'm the only one who did so. I'm tired of women getting a hold of me, especially pretending like they care, and then blowing me off and wasting time for months and months or even years. But then again, men don't treat us any better, do they? Oh, you just have to let it go. You just have to let it go. You know what? There's lots of people that want to let it go when they're on the losing end. No, people usually let it go when they're on the winning end. They go, all right, well, I've established power and control, so I can just ignore the situation. It doesn't affect me. I'm still living in a house. I still get to see my friends and family. I get to see my familiarity. But for somebody on the streets, it's not the same. We're treated horribly. My family didn't cast me out for my sins. They cast me out for theirs. Not caring what they were doing. Not when I was a child. Not now that I'm an adult. Just wanting to be mean, huh? And he wants to pretend like he wants to help me now. Really? Would have been a lot easier when I was up there the first time and you were being a fucking dickhead. Shannon Alvarado had this rule that I couldn't make calls during the day because she was afraid somebody would hear her daughter in the background and think her daughter was being abused. Since literally every call that I made needed to be made during the day to any of these professionals I was being told I needed to call, that made it impossible. Now, for my dad not wanting me to record anything or post it up on the internet, well, if you'd have kept his end of the bargain, that wouldn't have been a problem. The problem now is that my dad has committed enough sins against me. Does he not understand what repenting is? See, all growing up, he was an atheist. And then when I was up there last, he wanted to pretend he believed in God. Well, he's not showing me that he believes in God. He's showing me that he's hiding behind God. Like any coward would. Like any junkie would. Take a look at Laura Nelson and David Nelson. They were involved in a lot of the situation. That car that I was in when I broke down outside of Natalie Bollinger's mom's house in Chesapeake, Virginia, I got that car from David and Laura Nelson. Matter of fact, me having to get a job and make sure that car was completely paid off before I left Chapel, Nebraska, so that David and Laura Nelson wouldn't end up getting ripped off. What did I do? I got a job and I paid that car off. Natalie Bollinger, in the meantime, was wanting to get away from Tim Beeson and her dad and her Uncle Troy. And you wonder why. My dad could take the situation seriously and help turn these bastards in. But what's he interested in? Hiding. Like a cockroach. See, when you type nice things after doing such messed up things, you want to pretend that you're going to do something. I'm going to need to see some steps towards you doing that. And that starts with you listening to your own son for once in your life. There's only one conversation with my dad ever where I actually felt that he might have been listening. I made that call from Shannon Alvarado's house. My dad BS'd me the whole time. That's about the same time that Gogasian weaponry video was made. That's because there was a guy who, well, he wanted me to give him an engine design that I had so that he could make some weapons. And doesn't that sound crazy? Later on, Shannon Alvarado's boyfriend wanted to throw that in my face. Oh, you stole that guy's money for that engine. Oh, no, I didn't. He sent me the money for an engine, and then he told me he wanted to use the engine to kill people. Well, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to contribute to some dude killing people, whether it be in Azerbaijan or elsewhere. Not going to happen. The guy also said that if I wasn't comfortable in proceeding, I could still keep the money. Well, I'd already spent the money on the tools that I needed. But Rick McCormick's take on it, see, that's one of the things that many of my predators did. They didn't have a leg to stand on, so they used rumors as their excuse. Lovely. What pieces of trash y'all happen to be? Shannon Alvarado, she puts in these little voice clips. They're real short, and nearly all of them are just real nasty. And then she'll type pretty stuff at me, and then she'll send me a few more of these nasty things. And in them, she says like this, "You're nasty. You're a nasty person. You're nasty." Cute, Shannon. And then she wants to type nice things at me. Like, are you kidding me? No. Maybe she should call me when she's sober. My dad, he wanted to be a dick to me about the situation with Natalie and Alicia, too. Alicia Bollinger went missing while I was up there in Washington State, and I helped to find her. She went missing a grand total of 3 times that Bobby Forrest got a hold of me to let me know she was missing. All 3 times, the first thing I did was try to help find her. What's the first thing I did when I found out Natalie Bollinger was missing? Try to help find her. Just because she's a junkie who did wrong shit doesn't mean she wasn't still a human being to me. The problem is I'm not a human being to any of you. I'm just entertainment. My dad wanted that stuff taken down. Well, you know what? So did Katie Cahill. She wanted that stuff taken down. And what do they both have in common? It's either do as they want, or they'll cut me off from doing anything for myself. They will help me with the things that help to establish control for them, but prevent me from being able to do those things for myself. Between helping me get my disability money back, or my dad pawning stuff on me that was expensive, he wanted to pawn stuff on me that was expensive, then throw it in my face as, "Hey, Sean, I gave you this, and I did this, and I did that, so you owe it to me to take the abuse." No, Brian David Schwartz, it don't work that way. People got chastised for cowardice and for dishonesty. Maybe they should have been honest. Now, there's some stuff that is up for debate. Like, there are things that I said that you can call them slander if you want to. You really can. It's because it's just speculation. Although it's reasonable speculation. Most of the stuff I throw up is true fact. However, if someone's going to speculate at me and type at me what to do based on their speculations, I can speculate back. If you're going to throw something in my face that you were not there for, I'll throw something in your face that I was there for. Because I know your sins. I'm your wallflower, remember? Your free therapist. The guy you'd come down to Starbucks to see, sit next to, and to bitch about all your problems to. Ugh. Brian Schwartz should have been smarter than he was. But we don't get to choose what brains we're born with.